Hello everyone, I'm Prince and I'm from class 9, and now I'm going to present to you my project on role play. I would like to begin by asking a question. So my question is, which is the only gas which is most important to us and it is very dangerous at the same time? Many of you might have guessed the answer right. But if you haven't guessed it right, then the correct answer is oxygen. For knowing the actual reason behind it, watch the video completely. By now, many of you might have guessed it, that I am going to present you an role play on oxygen. So yes, I am oxygen. Oxygen, because of which every living being is alive. And before telling more about me and myself, I would like to say some interesting facts about my history. I was first recognized by Leonardo da Vinci 500 years ago. He suggested me as a vital component for life, and even said that I am the one who allows fire to burn and who allows human to live. If they remove me, the animals and the people will suffocate and die. Then in 1774, the English chemist Joseph Priestley succeeded in both separating me from air and showed me as a single element rather than a component of many gases, as scientists of that era thought. Then later, French chemist Antoine Lavoisier later claimed to discover me independently of Priestley. He named me oxygen, meaning acid maker, because I make most of the acids, like H2SO4. But later on, some scientists said that I was first discovered by a Swedish chemist, Carl Seeley, who discovered me many years before Joseph. His letters never reached Antino, describing about my properties and about my functioning, which he wrote several years before Joseph. And here comes the most interesting thing. That is, that even I don't know who discovered me first. There's one more very big and important question. That is, who actually found me or made me? The answer is, I really don't know. So this was all the history. Now I will say you about myself. So I'm oxygen and I'm represented by the symbol O, and my atomic number is 8 and atomic mass is around 16. Period 2, block P, and electronic configuration is 1s2, 2s2 and 2p4, and electrons per shell is 2 and 6. I am the member of group 16 or the chalogen family. I am a very reactive non-matter. I am very helpful by nature, as I am an oxidizing agent and I readily form oxides with every element in almost every compound. After hydrogen and helium, I am the most abundant element in the universe. At standard temperature and pressure, two atoms of mine bind together to form dioxygen, a colorless and odorless diatomic gas with the formula O2. This form of me constitutes around 21% of the atmosphere, and it makes around 50% of the crust. I form the most important compounds such as amino acids, proteins, fats, O2, which are very important for every living individual. Every living being inhales me, not only by the terrestrial organisms, but also by the organisms which live under the water, in the soil, or etc. Because I am dissolved in water too. Oxygen also forms ozone. Ozone, which is a protective layer above our atmosphere and which protects us from very dangerous ultraviolet rays. These all were the positives and advantages of oxygen. But as we know, every coin has other side. There are disadvantages of oxygen too. Like if the oxygen increases in our atmosphere by more than 30 or 40%, then everything would burn very easily. Second thing is that if we breathe pure oxygen, then it might definitely damage our lungs and internal organs. Prolonged exposure to above normal oxygen partial pressure or shorter exposure to very high partial pressures can cause damage to cell membranes, collapse of alveoli in the lungs. There is a problem. In this era, when the percentage of oxygen atmosphere should be stable, it is not. It is rapidly decreasing, which result in global warming or greenhouse effect. For that, there is only one solution, which is to plant more trees, because trees are the only being which doesn't only inhale but also give out oxygen. Sometimes double or even triple the amount of oxygen they take, they give. So that said, plant more trees and get more oxygen. Thank you.